Hello everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. Happy Wednesday, midweek, peak of the week. We have got an exciting show for you guys today. As always, bringing you all the top local and nationwide sports news. Before we get into it, I have to say mahalo to Long's Drugs for all of their support. Let's continue to make Long's Drugs a part of our days. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. All right, I want to give a huge congratulations to our very own Manti Te, former Punahou All-Stater, right? Notre Dame legend, an NFL, football player who just launched his Netflix documentary, Untold, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. We've all heard the story. We know about that situation. But to be a man, to be an athlete, recognized as one of the best to ever do it at the college level, it takes a lot of vulnerability and humbleness to be able to step out and really put out the truth and the story behind that incident. Catfishing was a big thing. It's still going on. So, this took everyone by storm, and it's an amazing documentary. People are just crying. They're getting tugged at the heartstrings. And I really feel like this is going to be an inspirational piece to so many. So I highly advise you guys to go check this out. It's on Netflix. And Manti, again, from a brother to a brother, a man to a man, from an athlete to an athlete, I just want to commend you, man. It takes a lot to step up and put yourself out there like this. And because at the end of the day, I feel everyone always deserves a chance to share the truth. And, whether, and this is not about your particular situation, this is for everyone. Whether, you believe you're right, this person's wrong, whatever the situation is, everyone deserves an opportunity to tell their story, is what I'm saying. And for those, I hope you've been inspired by this, to share your stories. Because you never know who you're going to affect, right? By coming out, speaking the truth, standing up for what you believe is right, all of those types of things. And so, brother, thank you for this. You've represented Hawaii to the highest. And now this is just taking it to a whole nother level. Congratulations. Our University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football team concluded training camp yesterday. And boy, let me tell you, I know the feeling of getting through camp, right? The 2-a-days, the all day, eating it, sleeping it, and whatting it. This is what it's about. It's about diving all the way in. All your focus, all your energy, everything you do on a daily basis for these 2+ weeks, 16 days of camp are about football. It's about getting better. It's about dialing in on your plays and your craft and competing. But now, the coaches are putting together the personnel, putting together the scout team, deciding who's going to be the starters, the QB position. Gonna wait to find that out next week. And on the players, hey, it's time to narrow in that focus even more on Vanderbilt, right? We are a week and some days away from the season opener of the Timmy Chang era. And I know the entire state is excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to get to TC Ching on August 27th. Look, this is going to be a lot of fun. This season, I feel in the beginning of this new regime, people had a lot of questions. But as time is going on, the players that they've added, right, as the roster's starting to kind of come together, the unity is coming again. The brotherhood is it's already tight. It's exciting stuff. I've been on that side. I know what the feelings are. And they're chopping at the bit right now. All eyes are going to be focused on Vanderbilt. And each and every day, starting tomorrow, it's about prepping for one game. It's a one-game season each and every week. And that's what's exciting about football. You get to narrow your focus and detail and knowing the guy you're going to be facing, the defense you're going to be facing, the coach you're going to be facing, and the things that they like to do. And you can prep for that one game, one each play in every game. So look, I just want to wish our boys good luck. Congratulations on completing camp. Hey, Coach Chang, you and your entire staff, congratulations on completing your very first fall training camp. I know you guys had fun out there, and I know you guys have gotten better. And like I said, you guys have gotten tighter as a unit. We can't wait. Let's go, Bows. Who are the GOATs of GOATs in all sports? Who are the greatest athletes of all time? The best of the best? That's a big question. All right, what weighs in on that? Dave Reardon has his opinions in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. You guys got to go check this out. But for me, I look at, as an athlete, championships, yes. But what do they do? Right? How do they affect their teammates? How do they elevate a city, right? An era. So for me, it's Michael Jordan. It's Tom Brady's. In today's basketball world, I feel as if it's LeBron James. The things that he's been able to do and still do. I mean, there's so much more. The list goes on and on and on. Baseball. I look at a guy like Derek Jeter, who was a leader each and every year. Very consistent. Showed up each and every day at practice. Humble. Did everything right off the diamond. I take those things into consideration as well. What are you doing off the field, off the court? Serena Williams is about to hang it up. Tiger Woods. Right? All of these guys and girls. Usain Bolt. There's a long list of just GOATs of athletes. And I can't say that who's the GOAT of the GOATs. I don't know who's the top athlete, because every athlete in their respected sport, it's almost non-transferable. You can't take what you do in football and expect that, okay, in basketball, you're going to accomplish the same thing. Because it takes an extreme focus. It's like a trade, right? If I'm an electrician, that's what I do. I can't just go and be a plumber. I may know some things about plumbing, but I can't be a great plumber or the best plumber. So I look at it like a trade. You choose your trade, you narrow your focus, and you give everything you have to that trade, to that craft. And so the best of the best, I feel like there's the best multiple in every single sport. And Dave Reardon has his list. He's got what he feels, puts those athletes in that category. I'd like to know who your greatest athletes of all time is in all these respective sports. So take a look at this one. This is very interesting. And speaking of the greats, spoke of LeBron James. He just signed a 2-year extension with the Lakers worth $97.1 million. I know he's happy. I know he loves it in LA, but I know he's not satisfied with how the season went last year. Right? LeBron's a winner. He's a team guy, but he's a winner. He wants to win. And so they're going to continue to build out that franchise, that team, to give them a chance to make a run at this championship. It's going to be tough, though, because the Golden State Warriors are, to me, feel like they're at their best. Steph Curry, at his best. Steph's at the peak of his career right now. And so the Lakers, LeBron, it's good to have that core. LeBron James is the core. He is the heartbeat of that team. So it's about putting the right pieces around him. If they could somehow get Kyrie Irving, I think that might be a huge victory and a huge step towards getting back to championship level basketball. And they know each other very well, right? They played together in Cleveland. They're homies off the court. So I'd like to see that happen, right? Every team, you have those 2 to 3 guys. They got the 3-headed monster now. A lot of teams have it. But that's, to me, is sort of fading away. Complementary basketball, well-rounded basketball, to me, playing good defense, that's what's winning championships now, right? That cohesiveness, trusting that the other guys can get it done. And so I'd like to see the Lakers get Kyrie and put those two back together, and then put some supporting pieces around him. But hey, congrats to LeBron, man. He's doing his thing. But the thing I love about LeBron James is what he's done off the court, building his school, paying it forward, putting money and effort and time into the next generation. And I hope he plays long enough so that when Bronny comes into the league, they can play with the guy. I know that was his goal. That would be history, and that would be an amazing, amazing thing to witness. Greatness at its finest. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Please do me a favor though. We've got so many amazing articles in this Honolulu Star-Advertiser each and every day in the sports section. I want you guys to go through them all. Check them out. We've got so many writers, so many editors, working day, night, tirelessly, putting forth their best effort at their craft. This is what they do. And so, out of respect for that, I want to thank our editors, our writers, for putting out these amazing stories and giving me, things to talk about, to provide you with those insights. But you got to get the deeper, in-depth, fine print, so you got to go there. You got to check it out. Mahalo again to Long's Drugs for all of your support of the CO2 Rundown. Let's continue to support local and make Long's a part of our days. Enjoy the rest of the day, my CO2 family. I'll see you guys come Friday. Aloha.